Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Fortnite Battle Royale is the massively popular game of the moment. It's easy to pick up but can be difficult to master. Here I bring to you 8 ways that you can improve at Fortnite to get your way to a Victory Royale. Remember to smash that like button if you enjoyed this video or it was helpful in any way. And also hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications too to stay up to date with all the latest on my channel. But without further ado, let's get into it. This one has to be the most important tip in the game, arguably more important than improving your weapon skills, and that is building. It's one of the key features in the game, but it is one that is seldomly used by newer players venturing into the game, especially those who have come from more realistic shooters. Building, and building well, can be the difference between winning and losing a gunfight. Being able to put down a wall and stairs as a basic offensive and defensive tool in a fight can give you that advantage. It gives you cover from gunfire and helps you to get the height advantage, which can be key in getting that all important headshot. If you need practice at building, I'd recommend heading into a game and harvesting a bunch of resources at the edge of the map and practice building them 1x1 structures 2 or 3 high, jumping off and then putting down walls and stairs as a pairing when running. These basics will help you heaps when it comes to in-game battles, and over time you'll get quicker and more proficient at it. Once you do, there's tons more of advanced building methods to perfect, including editing pieces and using ramps and walkways to rush your opponents. All the pro streamers and YouTubers use building to their advantage, and I would recommend watching them to find out what and how they build in certain situations. This is how I learned quickly at building, and it's helped me loads ever since. Get good at building and you'll find your confidence will grow in the game, making you feel more in control of each encounter. The sounds in this game help to give you a massive clue as to what is happening around you at any given moment in the game. If you aren't already, I highly recommend playing the game with a set of headphones to get a true surround sound experience. With the sound effects in the game, you can tell where people are in buildings either above you with a loud hollow thudding noise or below you with a deeper, more solid thudding noise. It also changes as to where they are around you, with the noise changing in depth as to what side they are of you and how far away. This can help you to set up for an ambush or enable you to rush effectively to take them on. Use the camera to actively look around as you hear the noises to orientate yourself too. On top of this, gunfire works in exactly the same way. Hear some bullets in the distance, spin around to hear them and either go towards them or build cover as we just mentioned above to get an advantage. Using the sounds in the game to your advantage will help you improve your game. This next one may come as a surprise, but get used to putting certain weapons and items in set places in your inventory. This will enable you to work these into muscle memory when you're in a battle and need to swap weapons or pop a quick shield. I regularly have an auto rifle, then a shotgun and an SMG followed by medkits and shields, and I'll mix this up depending on if I find an RPG or sniper as to where the circle is taking the battles. To change them, simply press up on the D-pad to access the menu and move around the items. It may seem a little counterintuitive to get a menu up mid-game, but once you practice, this will take no time at all and ultimately it will help improve your game. This one is not so well known for some reason, and I see plenty of videos where players will place multiple traps in order to get that launch pad or campfire. However, there's a much simpler way than wasting all of your hard-earned loot. All you simply need to do is open up your build menu, press X on the Xbox or circle on the PlayStation and then press the left trigger or L2. This will cycle through your available traps and allow you to keep them ready for when you need to use it. An easy way to improve your game and keep you out of your menus whilst you're playing. This next one is pretty basic too, but you need to know where you're going. Running around aimlessly in the game is likely to get you picked off. Know where you want to go, use cover and be efficient. I would also recommend landing at an area again and again and get to know all the loot spots, all the quick ways to land, and all the ins and outs of all the buildings in that area. Knowing these areas like the back of your hand will give you a huge advantage on your opponents. You can plan how to flank them, where you can get a good shot on them, or even simply disappear out of sight quicker by doing this. I regularly land at Lonely Lodge, the industrial area near Flush Factory, and Haunted Hills, and I know them very, very well. Using the sound effect tips above and my knowledge of the area gives me a huge confidence advantage as to knowing what I can do as to where my opponent is in relation to me, giving me the jump on them and usually the win. Also, pick your routes for your loot runs. If you know where you're going, you'll get there quicker, loot faster, and be more confident should you get into a battle halfway. Plus, on top of this, be mindful of the storm and where it's going to be pushing players out of. Sometimes it's worth running towards the storm in order to get those who are trying to escape an oncoming storm, or even better, those who are emerging from one desperate to heal up. These combined tactics will get you more accustomed to the map and be more versatile in improving your abilities in the game. The limited time modes are fun additions to the game, often breaking up the monotony of the regular solos or squads grind for victories. However, I would highly recommend using these to improve your skills with certain weapon types. Are you shabby with snipers? Head into the sniper shootout to practice. Keep blowing yourself up with RPGs, get into the high explosives to become more adept with them. Unsure how a golden scar is better than the blue burst? Get into Gold Rush to try your luck with all the legendary weapons. Use these modes to pick up the weapons you don't normally use and force yourself to use them and get better with them. Before Sniper Shootout, I was absolutely useless with snipers, and since then, I'm still pretty useless. But I'm more confident in picking one up and taking that shot which might just pay off. There's no point in shying away from a certain weapon type, as you may find yourself with 2 revolvers and a semi-auto sniper one day, but instead of wishing you had better, you'll be confident that you can take someone out and get that win. Use these more chilled out modes to your advantage to practice and then get your newfound skills into normal mode to show off and take out your opponents. With the recent changes to the sandbox, a number of weapons have changed the way their bullets land on your target. Before, when you aimed down sights, all your shots were affected by a mechanic called bloom, meaning not all your shots would go exactly dead centre where you were aiming. However, now if you aim down sights, your first shot will be 100% accurate to where your reticle is, meaning lining that first shot up is massively important now and can be the difference between winning or losing a gunfight. Make the most of that first shot on an unsuspecting enemy, as a good, well-placed headshot will deal maximum damage and have your opponent panicking for cover and shields whilst you plan your way to push them using your now well-tuned traits from the previous tips in this list and finish them off. This 100% accurate first shot affects most weapons except explosives and sniper rifles, so get practicing using the aiming down sights mechanic to your advantage. Last up is getting to know your materials. We all know metal is stronger than wood, and this is the same in Fortnite. However, in most encounters in a game, wood will be your greatest friend. It may have the lowest health points out of the materials, but the rate at which it gets to its full HP is massively quicker than its brick or metal counterparts. This means that barrage of bullets from your opponent is less likely to break it down and damage you, and will enable you to get back in the action from that hopefully better position above your opponent. That being said, if you are basing up for that endgame siege, metal is your friend. If you can build up a huge base with metal, it will dominate the skyline and put a sense of doubt into your would-be makers. Metal can sustain more prolonged damage once it's fully built and will withstand numerous shots and RPGs before it's fully destroyed. Use this to your advantage in the late game to rain down fire on your opponents. Knowing what material is best in what situations will make your venture to the all-important Victory Royale even easier. So there we go, that's 8 top tips that you can use to improve your game at Fortnite Battle Royale. Hopefully a few of these tips will help you on your way to getting that all-important Victory Royale in the game. Please let me know in the comment section below which of these tips you found the most helpful, or if there's any other tips that you'd like to share with the members of the community. Please remember to also hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and also subscribe to my channel for all the latest Fortnite content. Also follow me on Twitter for the latest news and information surrounding the game. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.